I think it was about 30 years ago I started writing Clarice Bean, and really I wrote her because I wanted to make a film. And so I wrote this story from a 7-year-old child's point of view, and she's introducing us to her family. And it's like a lot of people's families, big or small, there's sort of a certain amount of chaos that goes on. And this girl is really looking for peace and quiet within all of that, because her parents, she's got 3 siblings and a grandfather who lives at home, and then they've got extended family, and then a lot of friends and neighbours and things. So really it's like a quest for peace and quiet, but it's all written from her point of view. So it's her take on the family. If you interviewed somebody else, they would say something completely different. And because of that, I've made it so that as you go through the book, the artwork also changes. So some of the pictures, you get a real sense of the location where we are, of her bedroom, of her sister's bedroom. And in others, they're quite abstract. So it's just a mood. And so there's a picture of her younger brother and her having this argument. And because when we have arguments, they often turn into these really silly, just word rows where most of it is nonsense. But because you're so in the argument, you don't see any of it anymore. It's just a feeling. And so I haven't set them anywhere. It's just a colour behind them, and then all these words. And so when you look at it, you can hear their voices because they're getting bigger and louder. And I've given every character in the book their own typeface because I wanted you to be able to hear their voices as you read the book. And often the way the words are placed within the drawing tells you something more about it. So there's a picture where Clarice Bean is balancing on the word balance. And if you took that word away, she would just fall to the bottom of the page. So the pictures are dependent on the words. And it's sort of a way of making the story more filmic, and you sort of animate it with your mind.